The images have been heartbreaking. Australian native animals killed or injured while trapped by fire.
I think the worst affected in an immediate sense will be the large and slow-moving ones, and the koalas, I guess, are probably the most visible examples in this group. And we've all seen, I'm sure, some of the horrible videos that have been captured of koalas escaping the flames with burns on their arms and face.
Academy fellow Chris Dickman first estimated that 500 million animals had been killed, but as the fires continued to rage, he now puts that figure at over 1 billion, and that number doesn't include frogs, bats, fish or insects.
China is battling a new and rapidly spreading respiratory virus. The number of people infected has tripled to more than 200, and President Xi says it needs to be resolutely contained. Now, the virus first appeared in Wuhan in December. The authorities say it passed to humans from animals at this food market in the city. But if it began in Wuhan, then there were cases recorded in Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, South Korea, Japan, Thailand. We had this update earlier from the China National Health Commission confirming the virus has passed person to person and has infected some medical staff. We also heard from the spokesman for the China Foreign Ministry today, who called the outbreak an epidemic.
Unwelcome but expected, the coronavirus has hit the UK. It's inside this hospital in Newcastle, where 2 patients from the same family are now in isolation and being treated by specialist NHS staff. The world is still learning about this new coronavirus, which is rapidly spreading by the day. With 2 cases now in the UK, the race is on to work out who's had contact with the infected patients. Health officials have no idea how high that number could be.
Heartbreaking news, Kobe Bryant and his daughter, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, passed away in a helicopter accident in Calabasas early Sunday morning. It is heartbreaking. We're still working on trying to figure out the cause of the crash, what caused the helicopter to go down. If you know anything about Kobe Bryant, you know he's traveled on helicopters for decades.
So there it is. The UK has left the European Union. 47 years of history brought to an end in the name of sovereignty and independence.
Rising New York rapper Pop Smoke has died. He was 20 years old. LAPD confirmed the news to Rolling Stone that the rapper was shot and killed during a home invasion Wednesday morning. The outlet reports that police responded to a call that came in around 4:30 a.m. and said an unknown number of suspects entered a residence in Hollywood Hills, California, and shot a male in his 20s. The victim was transported to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Pop Smoke, otherwise known as Bashar Jackson, is known for numerous hits, including the track Gotti, a song he worked on with Travis Scott that hit the Billboard 100 chart last month. He was scheduled to kick off his international tour later this month.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock, and we're deeply concerned both by the alarming levels of spread and severity and by the alarming levels of inaction. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Without a huge national effort to stop the spread of coronavirus, there will come a moment when no health service in the world could possibly cope, because there won't be enough ventilators, enough intensive care beds, enough doctors and nurses. If too many people become seriously unwell at one time, the NHS will be unable to handle it, meaning more people are likely to die, not just from coronavirus, but from other illnesses as well. It's vital to slow the spread of the disease, and that's why you must stay at home. The critical thing we must do is stop the disease spreading between households. By staying at home, we can protect our NHS and save lives.
Oh no.
Has been agreed on the future of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who are to step down as working royals in the spring. Buckingham Palace confirmed on Saturday that Prince Harry and his wife Meghan will no longer receive public funds. They won't use their royal titles either. They've also said that they want to pay back taxpayers' money spent on renovating their home in Windsor.
Bringing more on that breaking news in the past 15 minutes or thereabouts. It seems now all but certain that the 2020 Olympics in Japan will be postponed. The Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has said in the past few minutes that the International Olympic Committee's president, Thomas Bach, has agreed to a proposal of a postponement for about a year.
Relax. Man, I can't breathe my face. Just get up. What do you want? I can't breathe. Please, the knee in my dick. I can't breathe shit.
Deep-rooted in our system, fear, hate and ignorance, but racism was the symptom. As the world watched on, another black life gone, leaving what we thought we knew in tatters. What we thought we knew, some clearly didn't. Black lives matter.
Nobody's born racist, man, it's something you learn. Deep-rooted in your brain from the day of your birth. I think it's time that we repair all of these bridges we burned and let love out of our hearts onto the cheeks we've turned. Spread love, show love, let's get rid of this curse. Don't wait for anyone to act, man, you go first. 400 years wasted, let's get rid of this hurt, cause that's the only way we'll ever see peace on earth.
Our diversity.
But in amongst this crazy world, we found love within the madness. We clapped the heroes of the NHS, found love within the sadness. And when we finally found the cure and we were allowed to go outside, it's funny, we preferred the world we found to the one we left behind.
But why did it take a virus to bring the people back together?
Because sometimes you have to get sick, my boy, before you start feeling better.
Breaking news from Lebanon. The capital, Beirut, has been hit by a massive explosion. Dozens of people are said to be injured, and there are some reports of people trapped under the rubble. The cause of the blast is not yet known. It's caused widespread damage and appears to be centered on the city's port area. It is the blast wave has turned cars upside down. Absolute devastation in the Lebanese capital. Sadly, a country that is used to explosions, but this is of an entire different magnitude altogether.
We begin tonight with the sudden and very tragic death sending shockwaves across the country. Actor Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43 following a private 4-year battle with colon cancer. Boseman inspiring millions with his roles, making 7 movies while quietly undergoing surgeries and chemotherapy treatments.
From Thursday until the start of December, you must stay at home. You may only leave home for specific reasons, including for education, for work, let's say if you cannot work from home, for exercise and recreation outdoors with your household or on your own with one person from another household, for medical reasons, appointments, and to escape injury or harm, to shop for food and essentials, and to provide care for vulnerable people or as a volunteer. I'm afraid non-essential shops, leisure and entertainment venues will all be closed, though click and collect services can continue and essential shops will remain open, so there's no need to stock up.
We can now project that former Vice President Joe Biden has been elected President of the United States. He is President-elect Joseph Robinette Biden at 77 years old. Chuck, we'll turn to you. This map is a real interesting one, not necessarily the path that anyone thought.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next President of the United States. And it is now my great honor to introduce the President-elect of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
My fellow Americans, and the people who brought me the dance, Delawareans. I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide, but unify. Who doesn't see red states and blue states, only sees the United States.
This is Margaret Keenan, who you can see there. She is 90. She's 91 next week, actually. She was the first person to receive the Pfizer-BioNTech jab at the University College Hospital in Coventry. That's one of 70 hospitals around the UK which will be giving the vaccine to over 80s and some health and care staff. And the Prime Minister has called it a huge step forward in the fight against the disease.